Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to do a city MPG test in this Ford Maverick Hybrid. So we're going to basically hypermile it, but you got to keep it with the flow of traffic. So I'm going to try to keep it in EV mode as much as possible using the little EV coach. We're going to fill up at the Casey's gas station here and we'll see how many gallons it uses and what the actual MPG is. So let me fill it up. Press the fuel button. All right, let's fill this up. All right, so we're gonna do the TFL double click fueling method. So we're gonna put fuel in it until it clicks, wait 30 seconds, and then do it again. We're at pump number 7. All right, let's wait for a little bit. Okay, let's do. There we go. 3.5 gallons for our first fill. Put that back, close the fuel filler. Should give me a receipt. There we go. Okay, we put in 3.5 gallons on our first fill. Let's start the truck. Of course, it's a hybrid, so nothing happens. Truck is started now. We're going to, yes, return to eco mode. We're going to use that. We're going to reset the trip, so we'll see what the truck thinks so I'm going to reset trip 2 and we're off. So we're going to try to keep this in electric only mode as much as possible, as it is right now. You can see on the dash. We'll probably do 20 to 30 miles, maybe 15. When you come to a stop, it'll tell you what percentage of the energy was returned through the regen braking. The auto hold works well, that way I don't have to keep my foot on the brake the whole time. Kicked it into gas there. So we'll just accelerate gently. Just give it a bit of charge there. And I get it into EV. Come on, regen. I'm going so gentle. Doesn't want to do it. But we'll just drive it gently. What's this one? Ooh, a new Honda Prelude. Someone spent 43 grand on that. There we go, I'm in electric. It says electric. So we're just gonna go as far as we can in electric. So we'll probably go all the way down to 7 points, come back here, go down it, and then back again. Just see how many miles were electric miles and how much MPG we get. This should get 42 miles a gallon in the city. This is a Maverick front-wheel drive hybrid. It's not all-wheel drive. So it should get pretty good fuel economy in the city. We're still in electric. We'll try to keep it in electric. My little window is shrinking though, so the battery is running out. Okay, now we're back in hybrid. But when we come up to this next stoplight, we should regen enough to get back into EV mode. I am in eco mode. The tire pressures are set to roughly 40 psi, which I believe is what is required. If I give it more brake input, it will charge up more aggressively from the regen. Just put that yield sign into electric mode. We'll just try to cruise this baby. Right now we're back in hybrid. We're going up a bit of a hill, so sometimes you just gotta accept the fact that you won't always be in EV. Even if it doesn't say it's in electric mode, it is still using the electric motor to assist, regardless of whether or not it says it's electric mode. That's why it says hybrid and not gas. But keep in mind that the more you can keep it in electric mode, the better MPG you're going to get. Try not to lose too much speed, but there is a red light up here, so I'm going to let off nice and early and try to charge up that hybrid battery. Regenning. The regen is not super aggressive. I think if I put it into low, it gives me more regen, so there you go. You can see that there. It's giving me more off-throttle regen. I don't think it'll one-pedal drive you all the way down. It gets pretty close, though. Still in electric mode, 22 miles an hour, 25. Fastest I've been able to get going in electric mode is about 45 miles an hour in one continuous acceleration. There you can see I'm still in electric mode. I'm doing 40 as the Chevy Traverse pulls out from me. You got the green light here. The bar is shrinking. All right, now we're out of electric. So that felt like about a half-mile little stint, but there we go. Now we're back in EV. Now I'm not driving super slow. I'm going roughly the speed limit, so you don't have to go like 15 under the speed limit to get a lot of electric power out of this. You just got to drive it smart. But you can see my little electric window is fading away. That's telling me that the hybrid battery is discharged now. You have to regen to charge it back up, which isn't always super possible. So if anyone's familiar with how to drive a Prius, you basically drive this the same as you would drive a Prius to get maximum electric range. One thing that is missing that Honda hybrids have is a dedicated battery state of charge gauge, which would be nice, but well. Our fuel economy so far this trip, 57 miles a gallon. Holy, 56 miles per gallon. Look at that. Now, to be fair, the fuel economy number does read about 2 to 3 miles a gallon higher than I think what it actually is getting, but that's still over 50 miles a gallon. 52 now. Wasn't paying attention. My bad. Whoops. See, that's why you can't look at that all the time. We'll cut that out. See, now it's dropping fast though. 51.1, 50.9.
So if the electric battery is constantly discharging and recharging, would that damage the battery?
Over time, yeah, but these hybrids have been proven to have, like Toyota hybrids, like they'll go over 400,000 miles without needing to change the battery. You'll lose capacity over time, but since it's not an EV, you don't feel that.
Yeah.
So here we are right now. We're doing 50 miles an hour in electric mode. Cruising along just fine. We're actually passing someone pretty good. It is super windy right now though. It's about an 18 mile an hour wind, but we're going so slow that it probably doesn't matter a whole lot. So I'm able to hold about 49 miles an hour, as you can see there, in the electric. So this is kind of where the hybrid isn't so good, is doing constant speed. You can't really keep it in EV mode for too long because the battery's only so big. It's only like a 1.1 kilowatt hour lithium ion pack. So, oh, that was I think we are going to beat the EPA city fuel economy number. We're about to go up a hill here, so we're going to have to dip into hybrid mode. There you go. We're going up a little hill here. But what goes up must come down, so when we come back this direction, we will go back down that hill and recharge that hybrid battery. EV Coach is kind of like a game where you want to keep it in that electric sweet spot as much as physically possible. There we go, we're in electric. 45 miles an hour. And honestly, compared to like a third or second gen Prius, this has a lot more electric torque than those. You can easily get into EV mode and you're not like crawling. I'm not even using all my little window there. Go down and go right and turn into AutoZone, or O'Reilly, isn't it? So I'm off throttle. I'm going to press low and increase regen. 100% energy returned. Nice. We'll go into this parking lot over here. Ultimately speaking, carrying the momentum is going to be best for fuel economy. So regenning does help. What the hell's you doing, Mr. Camry man? But even at these low speeds, like just cruising around in EV mode, oh, this is a lot of water.
It's just fuel efficiency.
What's that? Oh, Altima. Still in electric. Just cruising around here. 100% energy returned. Auto brake hold is on, and we are good to go. What's the fuel economy? This trip, 52 miles a gallon. We've went 7.4 miles total, but we've went 4 miles in electric. This is my total trip, so that doesn't count. But in the city so far, this thing seems really efficient if you know how to drive it. Ideal. But you really need to have that EV coach to tell you like how much you can press it, because it's hard to do that without that feature. If any Maverick owners know like a special secret sauce way to make this work a little more effectively, then let me know in the comments. But yeah, we're just cruising in EV mode, but we're about to come up to this red light, so I'm gonna let off, press my little regen button. Pretty much. When I get over one, just have the pole position, got the light here. 100% energy return. Turn the wipers off. Beautiful. I'm just trying to like hypermile the crap out of this thing. I mean, it's like a game in essence, but. Gun barrel's honestly set up pretty good for this because it's just a straight shot. So you're not having to like slow down or turn a whole lot. 49.6 miles per gallon. And I feel like we're not going too slow. Yeah, we're accelerating slow, but like the speed that we're going isn't too bad. Also, you gotta remember we have that watered down 2026 gas. Right now we're back in EV. Wonder how much more MPG you would get if you ran ethanol free. It's not worth it because it's $1 more per gallon. We've done 6 electric miles out of 13 total. Electric mode. Just try to hold it. There's a lot of traffic here, so you can't go that fast anyway. Regen. Yeah, low actually works really well as like a regen switch. 50 miles a gallon on the nose, 6.5 electric miles, 13.2 total. So exactly half has been electric. That's pretty impressive, especially because you're not putting electricity into this. You're just driving it. Obviously you have to drive it super efficiently, but I think if you just drove this thing kind of carefree, you'd get in the city probably 40, 42, whatever, and that's what it's rated for, so it makes sense. So at this light here, I can just kind of sit there, just gently easing onto the pedal, just trying to keep her in electric. Okay, we're in gas mode. There's cars behind us too, so we gotta go a little quicker. That's how you have to drive this thing. You have to go faster than you need to, and then let off, let it regen, and then get back on. We're almost back to the gas station. We'll see what we get for MPG. The truck, well, we'll check it when we get back, but I think the truck's probably going to read over 50. Whether or not that's actually what we get, we'll find out. Anyway, here's the gas station. We're going to pull in, fill it up with the double-click fueling method, see what the fuel economy was for our little city test here. Again, I went a little bit out of the green box there. Just ram it in here. We gotta go to pump number 7 because that's the one we used initially. Going it in. And it says 100% energy return. Nice. So let's put it into park. Let's check the trip. Oh, I'm gonna turn the wipers off. We did 14.6 miles, 7.2 miles of that was electric at 49.6 miles per gallon according to the truck. We'll see if that's accurate. We'll shut this down. It shows it right there. Let me fill her up. All right, we're back. Let's fill her up again. There's our previous fill up. No one's used this pump since. Yes. Okay. See how much we put in. Wow. Like 0.4. All right, so let's wait. I mean, that seems like it would get worse than 50. Okay. .5. That seems really high for only 15 miles. Or 0.75. There we go. Pumped 7.7 gallons, which there's no way that can give you 50 miles a gallon. Let's just do the math. Turn this back on so I know what the MPG was. So either that pump is way off or the truck's wrong.
0.75 gallons?
Yeah, so what did we do? Hold on. There's no way it got 14.6 divided by point what?
0.756.
Yeah, that's only 19 miles per gallon. That can't be correct. It's less than half of what that says. Okay, well, what was the other number? Before I did the double click, it was, I think, 0.416. And that says 35 miles a gallon. So I think this pump is just not a very good pump to use because it was like way off. There's no way this thing got less than 30. There's no way it got less than 40.
Yeah.
That can't be right because the engine's broken in at 9,200 miles. And like it says 49 miles per gallon. So I'm going to say that we actually got around 47. I feel like that feels about right. We're going to ignore this because that is way off.
Overcharging us.
So either it wasn't fully full when we put it in or the pump isn't very consistent. But anyway, I think we got around 47 miles per gallon, but it's not super verifiable because the pump was wrong. We could have used a different pump, but I didn't know. So we're not going to use this gas station again for this. But I mean, 49.6 is what it says. And 7.2 of those was electric. And that makes sense because it was in electric mode over half the time. So I guess all we've learned today is don't trust Casey's gas pumps because they are not accurate. Because there's no way this thing got 19. That can't be accurate because over half of the miles were electric. So that would have meant the non-electric miles got 10 miles per gallon, which can't be accurate. That can't be accurate.
Impossible.
So don't go to Casey's if you want accurate fuel numbers. So anyway, that'll be the end of this fairly short video. I don't know how long it'll be. See you guys in the next video. Goodbye.